Alright guys, so it is rollout day. We were supposed to leave at 5:30 this morning. It's 11 o'clock a.m. We need to get on the dyno. In order to get on the dyno, we need to do a test drive. But in order to do the test drive, we have to put wheels, tires on it, do an alignment, put the door panel and driver window in it, the seat, the steering wheel, make sure all the fluids and everything is topped off, put some interior panels back together, nut and bolt things, load the car up. There's some like trim and stuff, like little pieces like that. Like we gotta tie in all that stuff, throw some bolts in the rear diffuser type thing. Have to dismount wheels and tires, mount some wheels and tires, and then we also need to put some sponsor logos and stickers and stuff on the car. And then we have to make basically a 14-hour drive to Houston before sometime tomorrow if we want to be kind of halfway included in at least some of the days of Drift Week. So yeah, we got lots of stuff to do. I guess we're close.
Get it done.
Yeah, we have to. I mean, that's the only thing we can do. Took off, this is a stock Z06 intake. So this is actually one that I got used because mine was all busted from the wreck. But you can see it has OEM style filter and it kind of rams up in here, kind of up against the back of the crash support, and it just kind of sucks air from around there. There's this little vent right here that's kind of like, I don't know if that's a ram air type of deal, but cool thing is it has these two filters on the side. I think it looks a lot better. This thing looks a little bit bigger. I think it just...
When it pulls air around to the floor, it's just, you just have the bottom channel, so it's like kind of sucking from the side, and then it has to go underneath and then up, whereas now it's pulling the air from all around the opening.
It'll suck from all the cool spots.
And then this is like a radiator, a cooling plate too, so it'll keep the air from just like going around it and going in it.
So normally with like stock intakes, you can't hear it like gulp, like, you know, like,
yeah.
You think that's what V8s sound like?
Mm-hmm.
I think it sounds like maybe hard to hear over a little hex tube.
We got the hood on it, got the front wheels, tires on it, did all the rear diffuser stuff. I still need to put a little bit more transmission fluid in it. These things, it's a manual transmission, but it uses ATF fluid. It's weird, like T56s, TR66s, they do that. But it actually has a tranny cooler that runs up here and goes in the radiator. So it actually took a little bit more fluid. I already put 2 quarts in it, got another quart just a little bit ago, so we're gonna throw it up on the lift, kind of play with that a little bit. But yeah, it's looking good. Whole front end, look at that. Hood's on it. So the hood, obviously, I think we could probably get a lot better fitment if we had OEM style fenders, but you know, doing what we did, and we also put these fenders on the car without the hood on there too. So there wasn't really a whole lot of you know, manipulation that we were able to do to them. But overall, it's a solid, probably 20-foot car. This thing's gonna look amazing on track, and it probably looks amazing on video anyhow. And really, the panel gaps and stuff on the front are the only thing that really irritate me now. The rest of the body looks honestly really good. So. Pretty stoked. So one of the cool things about this car is it comes with a water line.
A water line?
Do you remember the Houston floods in like 2013?
Yeah.
Water line. Oh, look at it. There's literally there's like mud. See, that's why I'm okay with doing the things that I'm gonna do to this thing. So it's the most buttoned up it's ever been. Wheels, tires, door panels, window regulator, window. The interior is mostly back together other than the center console. I need to trim some stuff. But we're basically gonna go ahead and drop it down, do a quick little toe check on the front of it, do a little bit of an alignment, and make sure that it's okay, I guess, and I guess go from there. Need to go drive it on the street, put some fuel in it, and then James told me, he said, call me after you go and get fuel in it, and it like doesn't leak and it doesn't do a bunch of stuff and everything's back together and it's like ready to like basically pack up and leave. He said, call me, then he'll go tune it, which makes sense.
Yep.
So yeah, it's just crazy. I literally felt like we should have been here 2 days ago. You know, like all this stuff. It's just crazy. Cars, man, they get you. They get you. So we said we were gonna give it an alignment at the shop. This is what we meant. Toe plates are like 35 bucks, 2 tape measures. And basically what you do is you get it flat up against the wheel, make sure that it's centered, you know, that it's equal lengths on both sides. You basically just measure how it is. So you just subtract the difference between the front tape measure and the rear tape measure. So right now the rear is about 76 inches and the front is about 76, 3/8, something like that. But that'll give us just a smidge of toe out. Now we'll just throw it up in the air and tighten it down. But yeah, that should get us really, really close. And then so we'll also do the same thing on the rear. But then what we'll end up doing is to adjust the camber on the rear is we'll do camber by tire wear. So, and then we might do toe a little bit too, depending on grip and all that stuff. But man, she's looking like a Corvette now.
So first drive went
decent. It still has a little bit of a misfire or whatever, or it has. Oh wow, look at that. Maybe that was it.
I didn't think so.
Whatever.
Oh boy. Way better.
I was getting ready to like set this thing on fire and push it over there in the field or something. What?
How much horsepower?
We don't know yet.
Oh, you're just testing it out.
Yeah. Go ahead, man. How much horsepower?
I guess we're about to find out,
We're
right?
ready to find out. All right guys, so thought process on, initially we were gonna have a trailer and I was gonna bring like half the shop with me, but now kind of trying to condense things down and actually get a decent toolkit. So this toolkit right here, this is the one I talk about all the time. 6 to 24 deeps and shallow, I mean, all the stuff. It has it all. You guys have seen me talk about it before. Got these ratcheting wrenches. These things are really cool. It's a 10 mil on one side and an 8 mil on the other side, and it flexes and you go, you know, forward, back. That actually works. And I've actually used these a lot on this car because like the way bolts are positioned. We have 1/4 inch drive, that full 1/4 inch drive kit. We have 1/2 inch drive impact sockets. We have the little star bits, which this car uses a ton of these things for like bolting on the fenders and like all the little stuff underneath it. We got the roll up wrenches, we got the ratcheting wrenches, we have a 3/8 torque wrench, a 1/2 inch torque wrench, some side cutters, some regular pliers, screwdrivers, the good old reliable Milwaukee with a chrome deep socket just because of the way the lug nuts and stuff are. We got the sideways thing, and we got some gloves, we got some pliers. I have a thing of, you know, a little bit of wiring stuff, a headlamp, zip ties, compression tester. We have a tow rope, tow strap, whatever you want to call it. We have extra Milwaukee batteries. We have a Milwaukee air compressor. I have valve stems. I have fuses. I have JB Quick, Loctite, you know, just a bunch of stuff like that. Random assortment of nuts and bolts in there. Toe plates, brake cleaner, gloves, zip ties, self-tappers. So the next thing, moving on, wheels to the roof, load this thing up, put stickers on it, we'll be on the road eventually.